He hasn't called, as far as we know, he's on his
Oh, I
way.
hear you.
I'm sure he'll call, he's probably running a little late. This time of year, it's,
If you could find a buyer for my
EPA's, it's,
Pleasure of the board.
it's 24/7.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I would think so that, yes. Thank
Feel
you.
between a rock and a hard place.
Good morning, sir. How
I
are you?
couldn't take over as chairman because I've got to recuse myself on this one.
Oh, but we could do some other things, that's what I was thinking. If you wanted to do the withdrawals or
Yeah, right.
other things, we could do some of those while we're waiting. But on
And yeah,
Pandia,
Slow down.
our panel of the day. Actually, you're the alternate on the panel of the day.
pardon?
You're the alternate for the regular panel anyway, so as long as he shows up, you don't have to recuse yourself.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm not worried about that, but I
On
mean,
Sunday.
But we need him.
if our leader doesn't show up,
Right. So it's your pleasure as to whether you wish to convene and do some other things.
One, I hear the sun's.
We could appoint Lance our leader for the day, couldn't we?
I don't know, I think Mr. McKinley's our vice chair, and that's what we dump on him.
Dump it all on Bill's lap.
So how mean do you want to be to Mr. McKinley?
pardon?
How mean do they want to be to you? Do they want to make you start and do other things, or do we want to wait?
Gotcha. You don't.
I want you to know, though, that my
In
wife.
that case, no worries. Just don't fall asleep on the beat.
But
gave me
I used to.
cabbage yesterday.
Oh, boy, that's what I had too, corned beef and cabbage.
I used to. So,
I've had an upset stomach, so I forego the cabbage yesterday. But yeah, we have it, I love corned beef and cabbage, I can really chat out on that. Cabbage is a little tough.
oh,
I had nice corned beef yesterday.
Pardon?
I'm really looking forward to the next 2 months where we really are going to have great Mondays every third Monday.
aren't you? Are you busy on those days? During the
Our close of
season.
roll, yes.
Tax service?
Like a separate business?
Thing.
Family. Practice.
Really?
Yeah, you know, they're always like, can you help me? Can you help me? And then I end up doing their taxes for them.
Wish you would do mine.
I've got a question for you. Do I have to pay tax on the money I get that's passed to me through my dad's
I'm in and
trust
out of
after?
town, I can, you know, I gotta start working on my continuous education.
What's the problem over there? I mean,
No info?
He saw you do it. There's no hiding it.
Only 3 minutes. Pardon?
Breaking the microphone.
oh,
Right.
well, we'll see what happens on it. We've got, our chairman is missing right now. And that's why we're sitting here kind of giggling back and forth with each other, so. And doctor, I can't hear your case because I know you too well to do that, so.
Well,
So it leaves us in a situation where it's difficult to
But
do,
my-
so.
oh yeah, that income's taxable, and I'm like, well, now, the money,
Barbara, Dr. Pandy is gonna talk to the Chamber of Commerce this next meeting about the effects of immigration on the medical profession, medical care. So I think it's gonna be very interesting. You know, he was just elected.
Basically just like if
right,
you're
and
pulling
we
your
have a
own rate.
mandatory with,
Or are they doing it right now? Oh, okay.
but this is
I think
not.
we need all the immigrants we can get.
Pardon?
I tend to think we need all the immigrants we can get.
I
Could we go ahead,
They,
go ahead
they
and
kind
handle
of double check the the wheels. details.
like the
They
withdrawals?
could see them just.
Sure, pleasure of the board.
Let's go ahead, we can
You wanna
open the
convene?
meeting and then
Yeah.
go on with other business and
Okay.
come back to the doctor, if
Okay.
that's correct, all right?
That's fine.
All right, I'm going to call the meeting to order.
Are you on?
Right. Brady didn't.
She's on the phone, so we'll see what she's found out. Anything? Okay, are we on?
Okay. Call the meeting to order. At this time, it's time to have any comments from board, staff, or the assessor. Are there any comments from the board members, staff, or the assessor?
And from staff?
At this point, the only people I see in here that are taxpayers are the Pandias, is that correct? Are there any other taxpayers here?
Yeah, Mr. McKinley, the rest of them are assessor's office personnel.
How come they all get a day off? Come on.
Trust me, I'm working them hard.
Okay. Then at this point, I'd like to, because go out of order and go into the withdrawals, I'll entertain a motion to withdraw 3, 4, 5, 12, and the withdrawal calendar.
I'll make a motion that we withdraw.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
No? Motion is carried. As there is nobody else here from the non-confirmed attendance, I'll entertain a motion that we deny for non-appearance items 6 through 18, except for 12, which was withdrawn.
I'll make a motion that we deny for non-appearance agenda items number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 through 18.
I'll second it.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. At this point, I'll go into item agenda number 19, which is Apple 8 hospitality owners, and I believe this,
That needs to be, well, normally it would be Mr. Zinni and Mr. Fowler and Mr. McKinley.
without Mr. Rosetti.
So why don't we, just on the, to be extra safe, all we're doing is getting clarification. The board's already made a determination. We just needed the breakdown,
Yeah,
the real property side. So, just to be on the safe side, I'd rather wait a little while for Mr. Zinni and.
All right.
that's cool. We'll
And
wait.
then
That's
if we
fine.
need to, I think we can come back and do that little piece without the third board member, but, let's wait and see, just to be on the safe side on that one.
Then we have handled everything on the agenda except the closed session, which we'll have to wait. The only other suggestion we could possibly do is ask the taxpayer if he'd like to accept a panel of 2. Is that correct?
Right, what happens when you have a panel of 2 is that they could vote 1-1. And then you'd either have to go back and have the whole hearing over again, or you could stipulate to allow the third person who is absent at the moment to listen to at least that part of the recording that he missed, and bring himself up to speed in terms of the information that's presented. But that requires the parties to agree to it. You are entitled to say, no, I'd rather make sure that I get a panel of 3, and so I want to wait till we get a panel of 3 to have this heard, and so that's up to each party. And at this point, we might as well wait a little while and see what's happened to our chair, because he's never
He
this
hasn't
late.
called in and said he won't be here, so we expect him to be here, probably just been delayed some way or another, so.
Like to wait a few minutes this morning, but after that, once we get to the point of needing to decide, then we'll leave it up to the parties to decide whether they want to try to go ahead with 2 or they want to wait for 3.
So I call the meeting temporarily in recess.
Okay, so let's go off the record. You want to wait for 3?
I can wait, it is okay with me. If you want to wait, it's okay. If you want to go with the panel of 2, is also okay with me.
I don't know if it's okay with the assessor, but
Fine with the assessor, so we'll defer to you and the board in terms of what you would like to do. If you want to wait, we certainly can do that, at least for a while.
Want to give them 15 minutes?
Sure.
That's all right with you?
Are we on?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we've been informed that the chairman is ill and will not be here. And Dr. Pandya's item on the agenda, one of the members of the panel said he would prefer to do it as a three-person panel, so that we've asked Dr. Pandya to come back into our June meeting and make his presentation at that time. So that item will be taken off the agenda and brought forward at the next meeting in June.
For-
Only thing else we have on the agenda,
Mr. McKinley, for purposes of the record, I think we should describe this as postponed on the board's motion, so that neither of the parties has to count it as a postponement.
could I ask for a motion then to postpone it based on the board's request?
I'll make a motion that we postpone until June, until such time we have a full board.
Is there a second?
I'm
Second.
sorry you had to come all the way over. We had a sickness, but, yeah, I apologize for that.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
No? Carried. The only thing we have left on the agenda is the clarification decision, item number 19, Apple 8 hospitality owners. At this time, the only issue, as I understand it, is a breakdown between the real property and fixtures, and I defer to the assessor at this point.
Within the real property division, as I recall,
Correct, Mrs. Grunwald, the board wanted the division between the land and improvements.
land and improvements, that was it.
For Appellate Hospitality Application 2011-00556, the breakdown between land and improvements, land we had assessed at $730,000, and the structural improvements were at $6,970,000.
And that panel was, let me go back to my,
Everybody but me.
it
That was,
Mr.
I
was-
Fowler and
yeah, I
Mr.
wasn't on that.
Mr. Fowler and Mr. McKinley.
Kinley, yes.
And I believe, even though we only have 2 board members present for that, I think the 2 of you can approve that breakdown.
I'll make a motion that we approve the breakdown as stated by the assessor.
Second it. I also call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. Is there anything else to bring before the board this morning? Hearing none, I call the meeting adjourned.
Again, we apologize for losing a quorum.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry, Doctor.
We will attempt to do so.
Well, now get back to being.
Get back to work.
Back to work, huh?
Some tax returns done.
Bill, you have a nice day.
Hey, same to you guys.
I hope you're feeling better.
Oh, I feel great.
No, not
I
right
couldn't feel
now.
any better.
You know, the county, they don't want any conflict of interest in there, so. Yeah. Have a good one.
To make sure he's advised too, because I'm. Because that's, it seemed like.
Thanks, Lisa.
Oh, thank you.